Hey guys, I got a useful tip for fixing broken headlight adjusters for a 4th or 5th generation CRV. So this is my wife's car. It's a 2015. I ended up getting, I think, 2016 headlight housings for it because they were cheaper to buy and they were readily available. So these are 2016, which is a Gen 5 headlight housing, but it's on a Gen 4 CRV. But anyways, when I installed the headlight housings and I went to adjust the headlights, I went in, what you need to do that is if you look at your headlight housing in the back here, let me get a screwdriver, right here where my screwdriver is pointing, that is the headlight adjustment screw that you can rotate to raise the vertical elevation of the headlight. So you can either adjust it with the screwdriver. So if you look at it right here, you can barely see down in that dark hole that it's got like a gear and a screwdriver will fit, and you can put a screwdriver in there and turn it, or you can actually come at it with a 5/16 or an 8mm and slop that onto the back, and you can adjust that up and down in order to adjust your headlights. But for me, when I was turning that adjuster screw, nothing was happening. It wasn't moving up or down. And I mean, sometimes they take a long time to react, but there was absolutely nothing happening. And I would spin it for, 20, 30 turns all the way around and not have any movement. So I actually looked it up, and Honda says you can't fix this. What Honda says you have to do is you have to pull your front bumper off, remove these headlight housings, and completely replace them when the adjusters are broken like that. And those are a couple $100 at least. So in order to avoid doing that, I was trying to figure out a way to fix it. So what I did, and you can see it here, you can see this big hole that I put in, but I put a 1-inch hole saw on a right angle drive, and I was able to snake that in there, and I was able to drill that hole that you see right there. So I was able to drill a 1-inch hole, and once you drill that 1-inch hole, you can actually gain access. You actually gain access to the adjustment mechanism. I can try and convince my camera to stay focused. And there it is. You can see that screw running into the back of that plastic thing. And what was happening was that screw, come on, stay focused, was just free spinning, and it was not moving that nut at all. And so what I was able to do is, once I had that access hole, you can sneak a screwdriver in there, and you can pry on it. So there's a screwdriver, and you can pry on it as you're spinning it, and you can make that thing adjust. So this white plastic piece that I'm pointing out with the screwdriver, the threads on it must be stripped, because you can sit there and spin on it and nothing happens. But what you can do is you can put just a little bit of pressure on it with the screwdriver while you're spinning that adjustment screw, and what'll happen is you can actually force that to move. So I was able to get that adjuster to adjust again without replacing the whole headlight housing. And then what I did is I just ordered some 1-inch rubber plugs, some 1-inch rubber sheet metal plugs off of Amazon, and I'll just slap that in there and plug that hole. But that's a way that you can fix your adjuster without removing it from the car, and not having to buy a $200 headlight housing. So I actually had to do that on both the passenger and the driver's side. So you can see that hole here. This one's just a little bit tighter because you have to work around the battery, but I was still able to sneak that right angle drive in and drill that hole, and the process is exactly the same. Well, okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope that helps some of you save a little bit of money and a little bit of work from having to pull your whole bumper off and having to buy some, $200-300 headlight housings that you don't need.